Hello everyone. Welcome back to the video on my Storytime channel. So I'm continuing reading Soccer Duel by Matt Christopher. I'm up to chapter 13 right now. Let's continue. Chapter 13, page 91. Okay, on page 91, chapter 13. The 2 out of 3 championship round was scheduled tightly, with games on Friday afternoon, Saturday at noon, and Sunday at noon if necessary. It was almost Memorial Day weekend and baseball season had begun. Space on the field was scarce. Rennie was driven to the first game of the series by his mom, on her way to show some houses to potential buyers. Rennie got out of the car and ran to join his teammates. He had never been so excited in his entire life. He couldn't wait to go up against the mighty Yellow Jackets. He knew Bryce was going to score his share of goals this series, but Rennie was determined to do the same for his team. Bryce inspired him to take leadership role on the Hornets. He wasn't worried that Bryce would hate him if the Hornets... He wasn't worried that Bryce would hate him if the Hornets won either. Rennie felt sure that he and Bryce were friends now. That was the best part about this championship series. The only thing better would have been if he and Bryce were on the same team. Suddenly, Turk Walters was standing opposite him. "Hey, Harding," he said, "I've got to talk to you." "What do you want?" Rennie asked sharply. He had no desire to talk to Turk, unless Turk wanted to apologize for trying to hurt him. "Come here," Turk urged, waiting for him to come closer. Reluctantly, Rennie did so. "I've got to warm up," he said impatiently. "Make it fast." "I just wanted you to know," Turk said with a mean little smile, "that it wasn't my idea to rough you up." "Who told you to do it?" "Your coach?" Rennie asked disbelievingly. "No," Turk said. "As a matter of fact, it was Bryce McCormack." Rennie looked at Turk, dumbfounded. "Get out of here, I don't believe you." "Why? You two such good buddies?" Turk prodded. "We get along okay," Rennie shot back. "He wouldn't do something like that." "Oh, no?" Turk asked, the mean little smile returning. "Why don't you ask him then? Watch his eyes. You'll see." Turk took a few steps away, then turned back to Rennie. "The eyes don't lie, Harding." "Oh. And hey, for what it's worth, I hope you kick the pants off those guys." As Rennie watched Turk lumber off, he felt suddenly sick to his stomach. Could it really be true? Bryce had been so nice to him, so friendly. Had it all been a big lie? Had Bryce really played him like that? Just before the game, Bryce approached Rennie, hand extended. "Hey, good game, okay?" he said with a warm smile. Rennie stared back at him coldly. "Did you tell Turk Walters to come after me?" he asked, staring into Bryce's eyes. The eyes flickered in panic for just a split second. No," Bryce said, a little too hotly. "Did he tell you that?" "You did, didn't you?" It wasn't a question, it was a statement. Bryce cleared his throat. "I was just discussing strategy with him, that's all." "Hey, I never thought he'd try to hurt you." "Uh-huh," Rennie said. He sneered at Bryce's still outstretched hand. Bryce lowered it. "See you on the field, Bryce," he said. He turned his back on Bryce and ran off toward the Hornets' bench, a hot coal of anger and hurt burning in his stomach. When the whistle blew minutes later to start the game, Rennie was everywhere. Reached the ball before anyone else could. Rennie was everywhere. He reached the ball before anyone else could, constantly a step ahead of all the other players, and his shots, when he took them, were much more powerful than usual. Before 10 minutes had passed, he had already scored 2 goals and just missed on a third. After each goal, Rennie looked over at Bryce and caught his eye. Then he pointed straight at him, as if to say, "In your face." Bryce stared back at him, and Rennie could see that he was angry too. But Rennie didn't care. He was on a rampage, and nothing was going to stop him until he rubbed Bryce's face in it for betraying him like that. After the second goal, Bryce controlled the ball for the Yellow Jackets, driving the play into the Hornets' zone. Rennie saw an opportunity and sneaked up on Bryce from behind, diving and spearing the ball with his foot. Bryce lost control of the ball, and it went straight to Jordan Wu, who was playing some of his rare minutes on defense. Jordan wound up and kicked it hard. For once, he hit the ball square and floated over everyone's heads back downfield. Rennie was right behind it, raising to take possession. He ran and left the field, bearing down the goalie. Only one defender stood in his way. Rennie froze him with a fake to the left, then went around his right side unimpeded. He kicked the ball straight up to the height of his head, then made as if to head the ball into the goal. Out of the corner of his eye, he saw the goalie commit himself to the left, so when the ball hit the ground in front of his foot, Rennie kicked it to the right side of the net. The stunned goalie never had a chance. Rennie could hear the roar of approval, and it was coming from both sides of the field. As he trotted back toward the center line, he gave a little wave of acknowledgement. They were cheering for him. His anger drained right out of him, replaced by a deep sense of satisfaction. a deep sense of satisfaction. Bryce had betrayed him, but he'd also been Rennie's inspiration, and now Rennie was getting his revenge in the best possible way. Okay, so that's chapter 13 of Soccer Duel by Matt Christopher, pages 91 to 96. Take care, everybody. Another video from my Storytime channel.